Hello, welcome to DK Bowl Chat. I'm glad you're here. Today I'm going to paint on this painting, and when I finish today it will look like this. So stick with me and I'll show you how I'm going to do it. I'm just finishing up this painting with acrylic paint, and I debated making it also oil, but I'll wait till the end and see. For now, I'm going to put highlights in. There's highlights in this image to where you can see definition between the leaves and some of the parts of the flower. So I'm going to do that. And I'm glad you're here. I'm mixing together Hooker's Green, Cad Yellow, and Titanium White. I'm just using a round brush to do that, but I'm going to use a smaller one to paint it in. And I have them set right over here. So I can do that. Get some more of that yellow. This little part of the plant actually has a little bit lighter green in here as well. I'll put that in. I need to make it diffuse a little bit. I'm just going to use my finger. There we go. That works. Okay, and a little bit in here too, just where it's catching the light. There's not much light on this side, so I just need to remember that. This one's going to be darker. That's fine. And then there's also on the leaf, a little bit of light. And there's also shadows, so I need to put the shadows too. I'm going to start with the shadows, which is a dark Hooker's Green. So this is kind of a funny green right now. It's not really a natural green. And then one of my goals today is also to fix this stem where it's like grown over. It's too big right here. So I need to make it smaller. Yeah, it grew a little bulge right there. We need to take that out. It needs to go on a diet. We're going to do that. So there's a little bit of highlight on the end of this leaf, as well as, I'm just going to put it on there. Okay, switching out brushes to the lighter green, which has yellow in it as well. And then I can blend those two together. Let me get the upper edge of that leaf. I'm going to stay on this side of it. There we go. And a blender brush would be great. It's really not the name of the brush. The brush would be just a stiff bristle brush that I can push the paint around with. And I'm going to turn this sideways and blend it. Today's video might be a bit longer. I'm going to try it and see how I do with all the other processing of the video to make sure it will work to go a little longer. Let me know. Do you want me to go longer in the video? If you do, that's what I'm going to do. But I was going to try it today for sure. Make sure this is a good highlight on there. There's a little bit here too. the paint. Get the right angle. If I'm painting on this side of the leaf, I want to come in from this side with the tip of my brush. It's just where light's coming around it. And then there's a little stem, has a little bit more white. We're going to grab more white. Yes, in order to make the stems thinner, I need to background paint it. I need to back paint it. And I will do that, which means I need to mix the background together, the color, and then put that on. Which may not be easy, but it's fun. There we are, like that. Just pulling that together. It's going to blend with the colors there and become thinner. Let's turn it the other way. Get you blended from the other side. This is just a damp brush. I'm going to go back into the dark green, the hooker's green. Go back straight, the way you were. And if you think of something you would like to see painted, a family-friendly subject that you'd like to see painted, just let me know, because I'm open to trying different subjects, different family-friendly subjects. Lately my art has been influenced by the spring, by the season change. Down the dark green. I'm going to go into light green again. And make it a little bit darker. Not quite as dark as hooker's green, but a little bit darker. All right. And then right where it connects to the plant might be a little bit thinner. And so it's okay, we can make it that way. Or I can make the color that's in the background and paint that in. We can back paint it. So I have some color to back paint that stem. And what I did was mix together pink and also a little bit of green for this color right in here to see if I could make that color close. And The thing to remember with acrylic paint is that it dries darker than what it is. So there's a little bit of purple in there as well. Get some blue and some red. But when it's done, it won't be noticeable. My paint is trying to dry again. Just spray it to get it not to dry. There we are. Let's turn you sideways or upside down. How about upside down? That'll work really well because I can come from this side and paint it in. And I want it to be closer to that color, so I need to go a little darker. I'm adding green to it. And for those areas where I went ahead and painted it in, it'll come right off. It's not a problem. Just a wet Q-tip will take it right back off. There we are. And I'll put it on again, get the right color. I need to make sure this is dry enough. And just a straight line. There we go. And so up here, I need to have more pink. Rinse this off and make a sort of pink version of it. And what I'm going to do with the Q-tip that I was just using, this has got water on it, I'm just going to take off the part that's in the pink. There we are. And we'll use pink for that, for the background paint. And then I need a dry brush to push around that paint on the edge. There we are. I'm going to go into some pink, and it's not quite vibrant pink. It is more faded. Yeah, it's a little bit faded, so it's going to have some green in it, because red and green are opposite on the color wheel. So if you add green to your pink or your red, it's going to tone it down, gray it out a little bit. You won't have it be so bright. I think this is still a little bit bright, so I'm going to go add white to it. A little bit more green. How close am I? It's pretty bright pink. I think that's a pretty bright pink. So I'm going to go in red. I'm going to get the magenta. Maybe it was magenta. Add some green to it. And a little bit of white. I need a little bit more white because I could tell automatically it was white. It was darker than the color on there. It needs to go in lighter. It will dry darker. It just needs to be a little, like a shade lighter than the background. There we are. And I can blend this out too. If I use a dry brush and push it around, it will blend. Anywhere that I put it. I need more red. When you paint for quite a while, sooner or later you're going to get to the point where you can mix your colors quickly. And you automatically know what to put in it to fix it if there's an issue. So it's a muted background. We've got multiple shades of the red, sort of washed out red. A little bit watered down. I don't want this to take over the foreground, so I'm going to make it lighter. Some white. I'm just going over the background to match it with what I've already got on there. And I will blend it too. I've got some, I can see pencil marks here where I need to take that out. Okay. My paint is drying, so I'm going to spray it. And anywhere I overpaint this, I can put more green or take it off with a Q-tip. You can see pencil marks right there. And turn this back around. I have to get the green down here again with the color I made. Actually up here right now, but there we go. I'm going to blend that line between the pink and the green. And I can still see pencil marks right there, which might erase off of here, but I'm going to try painting over it with that color, the pink color. This is just red. And a little bit of water on my brush. And I'm just tapping it with my glove. We're finger painting, that's what we're doing. We're finger painting. Okay, a little bit of white. Added with the red. And this isn't a flower I didn't put in, I'm taking it out. It's just got the lines of it. Okay. So it took me a bit, but I took that guy down. The little bulge out of here is gone. I'm going to make this edge of this leaf a little sharper. It's where the leaf is turning. I'm going to get some lighter color that just has pink in it. There we are. I'm going to get that edge sharp. There we are. I'm going to blend that with a Q-tip. This is dry. I haven't got any water in it or anything. get a little bit of water and blend that out too, right here. There we are. I'm just touching up areas that are almost showing through to the canvas. And this is sort of a muddy color. It's green, red, and which will make a brown. It's just how you mix it, how much of each you put in. There we are. Okay. So I know that there's a part up here I need to paint in between the flowers with white and any other color that I have in that sky. And I believe it's white is what I have to just focus on, is the white. So I'm going to turn it upside down and paint that in. And then I'm going to get his little beak too, her little beak. There we go. So right in here, there's pencil lines. And I'm just painting white, back painting it on here. I'll blend that out in a minute. There we are, a little bit more white. I'm just back painting white where there's white in the sky. And taking out any pencil lines that are there. I erased them before I got on the video. And now I'm taking out what's left. Right by his little beak, it's kind of, I don't know, it's sort of darker over there. So I might need to just put black in there and call it good when I put her little beak in. I need another coat of that. And I'm going to blend the edges out so that they don't leave a hard line. I'm not looking for texture here. I don't want textured sky. There we are. Anytime your paint gets chalky, where it leaves chunks of it, but it kind of misses places, you need either more paint on your brush or you need your brush wetted down and then go in the paint. Okay. It kind of looks like a spider. I am not a big fan of spiders, but you know what? As long as they're not bugging me, I'm fine. I've gotten to the point where I can save them. Like, I put the cup over the top of them and I slide a piece of paper underneath the cup, and it's a glass that I can see them in. And then I carry that outside and let them go. And if they're in a place that I can't do that, I vacuum them up. But yeah, I try to avoid little spiders. I know they're not going to hurt me, but The look of them, you know, this is kind of reminding me of it a little bit, but I know it's a flower. Okay, so I just took some of it off. I'm gonna put it right back on with the white. There we are. And I want to make sure the white doesn't stand out anywhere. Like I didn't put so much that we just see white. We don't see, you know, the flower. So I just thought of a Bible verse. I know I did some in the last few videos, and that is, "This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." I'm rejoicing right now as I'm painting. And I hope you're rejoicing too in your day. There is little parts that go in on this ring part. I'm just going to go with back painting with white. Okay, and I could bring her little beak in a little bit more, but I can't because I need to change this color a little bit. It can't be white. I'm going to use a fan brush and blend this out. There we are. This color looks more like it has some of the faded color in it and then white as well. That's around the bird. And I'm not going to be concerned about that. It's fine. I have a dot there, a spot. Well, I just won't look there. It'll be fine. Okay. I need to do the black for its little beak. I'll turn it like this. We'll put the black in there. I have burnt umber and ultramarine. I'm going to mix those together and use a very fine brush to put it on there. There we go. Mixing the brown and the blue. We'll make black. We don't want her to have a blue bill, a blue beak. A little bit more brown. Need to make it more black. There we go. And that'll be my base for the leaf, or her little feathers too. Okay. Okay, I'm going to roll my brush so it's nice and sharp. I could use this to sign my name if I wanted to. Not ready to do that yet, but I will paint in her little beak. The secret to painting her beak is I'm not pressing down on the brush. If I press down on the brush, she's going to have a really wide beak. I don't need her to have a wide beak. She's just a little bird. There we go. I need to turn it sideways so I can clean up a little bit of that. I just put her beak in, but I'm going to clean up that little dot that's underneath her beak. Let me see. turn it the other way to do that. There we are. And her beak's kind of turning up. I don't know. I think it'd be more straight than that. Bring it down. With a damp brush. And wipe off the excess paint on the tablecloth. And I'm hoping I don't put my arm in it, but oh well. There we are. And I see other colors in the center that I need to touch up. She's gonna have an eyeball too. We'll put her eyeball in. So first, I'm gonna touch up the areas that I see need to be touched up a little bit. That's a little bit bright. I need to bring it down. To bring it down, I put in green. I'll just put in some color here and I will tap it out. It's going to get tapped to where it's not the focal point. It's not supposed to be the focal point. Okay. I'm just blending the edges of it. It's background. It would be out of focus anyway. You're not going to notice all the background details unless I make them obvious and bring them forward, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just blending that with a Q-tip. There we are. Put that out of the way. This one's got a little bit of damp on there. I got it wet and a little bit of dampness. I think originally that was a purple color. That's okay. It's transitioning to a different color. It's a different season, so it's transitioning into a different color. And I'll remember the sides too. There we are. This little hummingbird's having a great day. It's flying out there, just enjoying life. And the hummingbird, again, the hummingbird's the focus, not the background. But I'm just taking out anything that might stand out. There we are. And this part I'll blend in later too. It's not going to stay this on the side. I need to get to it before it dries, right? And I'll do it later. It's got a little bit I need to blend in. Okay. I'm putting in some darker color in the background a little bit. It's bringing it forward a little bit, but not too much. I can blend that. I can blend it with a brush. Last time I used a Q-tip. This time I'll use a brush. There's so many ways to do it. Okay. I just have a mini fan brush. There we are. I'm going to put a little bit of that dark color right by the parts where I touched up the painting. Just to make it believable, right? It's going to look more natural. There we are. There's part of this picture that has, I don't know, a little bit of, I'm going to change this part over here too. And parts. I don't need to take it all out. We'll leave the back somewhat abstract. Fan brush. Blending. And I'm going to do another coat of red on these flowers because I can see the pencil marks through them. That will happen. I will put that on there. A little bit more water. There we are. Okay. That was just to add a little definition to the background. We don't need any detail. No detail in the background. I might put some darker colors here because there's light coming through here. Could be light coming from the background there. And is there anywhere else I need to put this burgundy color? It's sort of a burgundy with a little bit of white. Maybe right there. It doesn't require a lot of detail, so I can paint it with my other hand. It's fine. And then I need to blend it before it dries up. We don't want it to dry up. Today's a warmer day, and so it will dry. And I can, anywhere I need to move the line, I'm going to take a Q-tip and move it. And I can see there's a hard edge. I need to make that disappear. We'll just coax it out of here with a Q-tip. There we are. That line will go away. I have had students that try to move the line of something they want to move with Q-tip, a white Q-tip, and they say, it's not moving. I don't do that. I say, persevere, because it will move. And if you have something in the background that you don't want it to move, then have a light hand when you're doing it. Come in here and make this move. This is just a damp Q-tip. We'll leave some of it on there. I just want to make it less hard-lined. It's the background. It's not going to be in a lot of detail. We won't see any hard lines. There we are. Okay, she needs an eye. And you know what? I'm going to switch my pictures here and go to another picture that I have. Hang on just a second. And that is this one. And she's opposite in this picture, but that's okay. I can see her. I need to put a black eyeball on her. Yeah, I have a photograph of her. She's very sweet. We'll get her eyeball in. And then she has a little white around her eye as well. And her beak kind of goes right into her eye. I mean, it really doesn't, but the black part of it kind of does. And the rest of her body has gray, which I can add to the, I'm going to add white to that black and white I had mixed up. And she has the black part, this part is darker on her wing. We're just going to make this wing darker. There we go. And under her tail. She has little dots under her chin, but I need to put the white there first. She has some lighter. It's sort of a really light gray. I'm going to put that in first. And I want to be able to see where it ends and where the sky ends and where her beak begins. And I know it's not going to be that rigid of a white. So I just faded it out with my finger. There we are. Less gray, more tan. And behind her eye too. She also has some on the top of her eye. Down her side. putting in her little feathers. She's got a darker gray behind her eye, back behind her eye, like under her eye. There we go. About the color of the darkness of her wing. Yeah, it's right underneath her eye. Maybe she stayed up late with the kids. I don't know, but she's got some dark circles under her eyes. There we go. And this wing has little lines where the wing, its definitions of the feathers. And we're going to start with the very top. And we'll clear out the part that's right at the beginning. I don't need to have that be. And it's going to be, this part will be blended out. I just need a wet brush and I can move that. There we are. And I can blend the rest just gently, pulling it over the paint. There we are. I want to leave the light showing. I've said before, you gotta have the dark to show the light and light to show the dark. It's like that in life. There we go. Just gonna get that guy right there. Okay, a little bit of the dark color. And go back into that gray. Now there's a bit of water on there. I need to take some of that off. I'll do it with a Q-tip. And do it again. If at first you don't succeed, do it again. It's really not try again. It's do it again. Here we are. And then we need dark spots on her tummy. I mean on her neck. There we go, her neck. I know what I'm thinking. There we are. I'm gonna move that paint around with this brush. Okay. She has little black dots on her neck, and they're in a little pattern. I need the smaller brush to do that. And they look like they kind of come down at an angle. Yeah, that's good. I need to blend the part closest to her eye a little bit. It's just a damp brush. There we are. And from where I'm at, I can see some of the background through her, so I need to put more feathers on her. And I think I'm going to add green to her feathers. some of that green I was using on the flowers even. Mix that with the gray, make some green gray. And I'm thinking this brush might be a little too big, might need to get a smaller one, but I'm going to use the same color. Here we are. I saw water on the brush, I'm going to take that off and do it again. Okay. She has little feathers that are green. Today is the day I change out my hummingbird feeders. So I have the hummingbird food made. I just need to put it in the feeders. I do that every week on Wednesday. When it's really hot, I do it every 3 days. But that only lasts for a little time. It doesn't, that season goes fast. Okay, so I'm gonna blend that out a little bit. We're going to come from, you know, I'll put some paint coming in from this side because this part is actually paint from a couple times ago. I'm going to come in here, put you upside down. Yeah, you'll be fine. There we are. A little bit right here. We're just going to blend that out. All right, and I need to make that red to come back up on top of her tail. Yeah, that'll work. A little bit of white too. It's going to need enough to cover over that. A little bit of white. That's not too bad. It's kind of neutral. Need some red too. And tie it all in here with a Q-tip. Just blending. Yeah, that's good. Maybe a little bit more right there. I could put some more red. I always keep in mind, and if you're watching this process, the thing is, if you put something in here and you don't like it, you can always take it out. Now's the time you can take it out. You don't want to say, oh, I'll come back to it later. I actually have a student that does that. They say, oh, I'll get back to it later. That's not going to work. With acrylic paint, it'll dry like plastic. So you want to get to it now. Yeah. Which works really well for people that have ADHD. It works really well because you can come right in and do it right now. Okay, almost done. I'm going to tie this in better so it's not too much lighter. There we go. And I'll put some elsewhere so it looks cohesive because it's kind of pink. I'm so glad you joined me today. Please like this video, and please subscribe to DK Bowl Chat and share it with your family and friends and people that you know need to relax a little bit or that want to learn how to paint. I enjoy teaching people how to paint. I have a Sunday class that I do here at my home, and it's in the afternoon, and it's almost full. But I really enjoy working with people, helping them express themselves in art and be able to paint. Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. I think it could use a little bit darker, like the burgundy color. Where is that? Let's get that. That was a little bit of green, and also the red, pink color to make it sort of burgundy, because it's just toning down the red, making it less. Blend that out. I can't let it sit there. I can't come back to it later, because later would mean I paint over it. Better to take care of it now. No time like the present. There we go. Going a little bit lighter. There we are. And she's looking good. She's coming in good. She's almost done. A little bit more detail. And she's done. So she would be in detail because she's in the foreground. She's our focal point. There we go. Thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe to my channel. This is DK Bowl Chat. And I will see you in the next video. God bless you.